I got a new tree stand system. And it only cost me $1,300. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I did spend $1,300, but to be fair, I already had the stand, okay? I bought this stand 2 years ago, one full season of use, and I love it. It's the Lone Wolf Custom Gear 0.5. There's a lot of really cool features. I had some concerns with it being too small, but after using it for a year, it's the perfect size. I can stand, I can turn, I can use it as a saddle platform. It just outshines anything I've used before. And in the last 5 or 6 years, it's probably my favorite piece of hunting equipment that I've bought. There hadn't been a single situation where I've needed a saddle platform that I couldn't get this in the same place. Okay. Last year, I killed one buck with my back against a tree. I killed one buck facing the tree, and then I killed a buck using it as a saddle platform. And that's the benefit of hybrid hunting, wearing a saddle, but hunting out of a tree stand. So I've been running the Novix, great sticks, and we'll go over kind of the difference of how I was running my stuff versus how everything's going to integrate using the full system. What I've learned over 5 or 6 years of hunting is when you're buying tree stand stuff, typically the system that is sold as a whole is the most efficient way to do everything. Okay. Back when I ran the Lone Wolf, the original Lone Wolves with the full length sticks, the stick quiver, I couldn't find a better way to run that system. I think it's going to be the exact same with this. Everything's going to fit so tight together because it's designed that way. So yes, it's a lot of money, but this stuff's going to last forever. This is high quality stuff. It's not going to break unless I leave it on public land. It gets stolen. I'm going to have it forever. I could pass this down to my kids. So the money spent now could be worth it. And I don't know. We're going to weigh everything. We're going to weigh my old system. We're going to weigh the new system. And we're going to see, did I really cut that much weight? I don't know. I haven't done the math. I mainly went to the full system simply because of the ergonomics and how everything is designed to work together. What I'm the most excited about is their pack. This is the Wolfpack. And again, everything in this system is designed to work together. So, some packaging comes inside of plastic. I don't know. I don't think it's Cordura, or however you say it. It's a much bigger pack than I expected it to be. I believe it's 1,300 cubic feet, 1,300 cubic inches. Let's see. But there's a lot of cool things within this pack. A lot of design went into this. And whether you like the DeQuistos or not, they make a badass product. So, little background. When Andre, I believe's the owner's name, sold Lone Wolf to Novix, he kept the name of Lone Wolf. And went and made Lone Wolf Custom Gear. So a lot of design has gone into this stuff. So this is exactly how I'm going to be running it. Okay. We've got a patch, 40 years. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of pockets on this that we're going to have to break down. But overall, first impressions, I mean, I like the pack. It is bigger than I thought it was. and it's gonna sit on this hook right here that's built into the stand. And that's what I mean by a lot of engineering went into this. As simple as it is, I couldn't find another one that would do this. So you have a hook built into the base of your stand arm, I guess you call it, post, your stand post. And your backpack straps pack away. So it's gonna fit very seamlessly. You're not gonna have an extra bulk. And I like that. So it's gonna sit just like this, like it's meant to. It's amazing. One thing, where is it, that they did advertise too. So I run the Lone Wolf camera arm, and these pouches on the side are supposed to be the perfect size to throw this pocket arm in, which has been nice because last year I went away from my Kafaru because I was trying to run this system similar to this, and I ran a fanny pack, and this camera arm sat on the bottom, and how I ran my sticks, it would just clank, and it was kind of awkward. I had to worry about it falling out some, but here, I mean, it's secured away. Early season, carrying a lot of water, I can throw this water bottle in here and it fits perfect. And it has a snap with a strap, so it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to secure your water bottle. Let's see, up top we've got a small pocket for anything, wallet, keys. You got another small pocket below it. You open up into your main pouch, which I like this too. So I can access, I believe, from the top. Okay, so just from the top. But you can push it in. Here, we'll take this. So you can push it in, and you're gonna have full reach inside your pack. Oh, and it Velcros. So this Velcros to the back of your pack on the inside, which keeps the lid out of the way. So now I can reach anything I have to within the pack. You've got another dump pouch on either side, and then I've got a divider. So I can either run this as one big compartment, or I can divide it into two. I'm probably gonna run it as a single, depending on what I get to hold my camera throughout the season. So that is nice. And the front, so you have Molly, and then you have SD card slots in the front of this, which is really nice as well. Free sticker. I always love free stickers. There's a lot of room in this pack. I don't think I'm ever going to have a situation where I can't fit everything I want to in here. So say I find an evening hunt, I sit, and now I want to leave everything up for a morning hunt, but I need to bring my pack out. I can pull these straps out, hook them up, and this turns into a regular pack, which this is something I struggled with specifically last year while hunting some public land in Texas. I found an evening sit. I wanted to come back in the morning because I was around a few scrapes. I had to carry my fanny pack in my hand. It's not comfortable with all the weight in it to wear it like a normal fanny pack. So to be able to put this on as a normal pack and then just carry everything out, it's really nice. And then when I get back the next morning, I can unbuckle everything and then set it up on the tree. And then once I'm done with my hunt, pack it out like normal. So that's really nice. And then these, which I'm indifferent about this, but I could take this, strap it to my tree, pull it tight, and now this is gonna sit on the tree like this instead of having to hang it. I'll probably still hang it. Like I said, I'm kind of indifferent about this feature, but I'm sure it's useful to somebody. So overall, I'm very excited to use this pack, especially during the rut. So that's the pack. I believe the pack runs 300 or 350. But again, I mean, it feels quality. I don't think I'm going to get in a situation where I'm going to rip anything. And I'm sure if you do, they'll fix it. So right here, there's 4 sticks in here. I mean, I could grab this with my hand. It's that wide. There's 4 sticks in here. These are the V2 17-inch. And then I ran them with 20-inch 8ers, which essentially gives me a 37-inch stick, which is a full-length stick, 36. So that's why I like running a 17 and a 20. Is simply because I still get the profile of a 17, is I can fold my 8ers up, but I get the reach of a full-length stick once I start setting everything up. Packing slip. So this is interesting. I wouldn't have thought to run standoffs as essentially as bolts. I'm going to put these over here for now. And that was one thing I thought was weird when I first saw them. That's extremely light. Was the standoffs are weird. They're not going to turn. But I ran into a guy on public land that had them. And he said they bite extremely well. I mean, they're tiny. I don't know what that stick weighs, but it can't be over a pound without the standoffs. Once you have the standoffs, I'm sure it'll add some weight to it. And that's the other thing. You are going to have to self-strip these. These things are like tuning forks. I can tap them, and I can just feel vibration all through them. But we got Lone Wolf's version of stealth strips. I don't remember what they're called. Silent tape, maybe? I don't know. So, a little safety warning, because we're going to read that. You know, another sticker. Love free stickers. And then no instructions. So we're going to have to figure out how to build these. Maybe. Nope. Tree stand safety. Responsibilities. Maybe this is on their website. So I'm going to go see if I can figure out how to put these together. I'll be back here in a second. Okay, we're back. So there's a video online. Took me about 5 minutes. It is simple. All you need is a wrench and set Allen keys. That's it right there. It's extremely streamlined. The one thing I'm not thrilled about is the attachment system. I like a buckle. This is a buckleless method. Essentially, you figure 8 around here, cinch it down. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I just would prefer a buckle. I'm sure I could buy a buckle, keep them in my pocket, and it'd work just fine. I've got actually plenty of buckles. I could use old buckles from my stand or from my old sticks. It's just going to be a matter of trying them. And maybe I like this and I stick with it. Maybe I don't. Maybe I end up figuring out a way where I keep my buckles in a saddlebag or a dump pouch, something. So we're going to go over how to assemble these real quick. One of them is done. And then once I get all these done, I'm going to put everything together, get measurements, get a weight, and then we're going to go back to the old system and do the same thing kind of to compare, okay? So let's get into this. These are your straps. They're very, very thin. This is how we secure our straps to our stand or to our stick. And this is our stick, okay? So you've got a beveled end right here. That's going to be the back side. This is where our standoffs are going to come. This is a stacking pin. I can't remember what he called it in the video. It goes in this smaller hole, and that'll eventually sit flush. Do the same thing with the bottom. This is where the Allen wrench comes in. And take it. You're just gonna go all the way till it's seated flush, okay? All right, so it sits flush. So you can see there. Now we're gonna get into the standoffs. So you have these bolts, and these are your standoffs. Standoff pegs, and then your bolts. All right, screw them in. He said about 1.5 inches. Men, you know, it's about 7 inches right there. So you're gonna go 1.5 inches, and these end up seating against your stick. So really, you just want them on there to give yourself enough room. So you have holes here and here. And get them started. And everything is metal, so we're gonna have to use a wrench here in a little bit. It doesn't go smoothest. Some of them do it this way. Some of them don't. And then you're gonna do it same thing to the bottom. All right, so this is where the wrench comes in. We're gonna take our wrench, we're gonna seat these down to where you have one thread just past your stick. Okay, so here we go. Everything is in. We're gonna take this bolt. We're just gonna snug it up. Do the same thing here. You can hear how loud those are right there, which is why we're gonna need to stealth strip them. Okay, last one. And then when it comes to making these flush, I put it on the table and I just try to wobble it side to side, front and back, or top and bottom. And that just makes sure that they're the same length protruding from the stick. This one actually needs to get fixed because you want to be square with the top of the stick. You can see that one's bent. All right, so you've got this Lone Wolf tab. You're gonna take your bungee, and this opens up. Okay, and take it. Tie this in a knot, put them through. And that's just gonna allow you to secure your attachment to your stick. So you're gonna come here, gonna go around where this groove is, top or bottom and top, bottom and top. I don't know how perfect it has to be. I'm sure after a long hunt, it's not gonna matter. And then you're gonna take your bungee cord from your bottom here. And that's it. Right there. All right, we got everything put together. These things are nice, but we're gonna measure how high everything is, put it to the stand, and measure how deep our stand is, if it changes anything in height, which I don't think it will, width, and then we're gonna put everything on a scale. So these are my old sticks, what I was running. These are the Novix. Great mid-level sticks. Probably the best ones you can buy for the price. Let's see. They are right at 10 inches, okay, for 4 sticks. The Lone Wolf V2 is 4 inches, and that's with standoffs. If we just go bottom of the last stick to the top, 7.5 here, and here you've got just under 2 inches on the Lone Wolf. It's a big difference, okay? And where that comes into play is stackability, okay? So with these, I was able to take my 8ers and just tuck them, okay? And what I was doing is running them. I can't remember which way I ran them. This way on the seat, because this Lone Wolf stand has a locking shelf on your seat, so it holds everything. The only thing is you had torque left and right. I didn't like that, and up and down. I'm sure that wasn't great. Okay, so with that measured out, we're gonna go back of the stand to the last standoff. You're right at about 12 inches. Okay, again, it's with the Novix. Now with the Lone Wolves, and I'm not quite sure how these marry up. It's supposed to be pretty standard, and I don't know how that's going to affect anything. I should have done more research on this before I started making this video, but I didn't, okay? Sue me. So, assuming they're going to sit something about like, yay. If anything, I can take this yellow bungee cord and wrap everything. Back of the stand, essentially we were measuring to the seat, which is 9 inches. All right, so we're saving 3 inches. 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah, 3 inches. That's a lot, all right? I don't care what anyone says. 3 inches is a lot, okay? So, I mean, that's, yeah, I guess those just sit right here. I don't see any other way that they would. And this buckle's in the way, so I mean, they're sleek. They sit. I mean, again, they're designed for this. They sit right here in the middle. It's awesome. So instead of having this weight way back here, 12 inches off your back, all of your weight, and we're going back of the platform to the last stick, we're talking 4.5 inches. That's unbelievable. Okay. So there are my 8ers just kind of fold into themselves. Okay. They hold themselves there. There's 2 half moons built into the stand. Our bottom standoffs go in there, which places our top standoffs in the top of the stand. We're going to take our cam buckle. We're going to go to what is designed to hold this. We're going to cinch down. All our extra is going to go on the seat. And that holds everything. So this right here is standing sticks, okay? It's that thin. Now the pack. So we can't utilize the hook on the stand right here, okay? But what we can utilize is our standoff attachment on the stick. Double it over. And that's going to hold everything here. We sit flush with the seat, and this is the full system right here, okay? I guess at some point I took my carrying straps off of the stand. But I used the stand as a frame pack, so I'll have backpack straps on this. But that's it right there. The full system with this, with the pack. Back of the stand to the pack, 14 inches. It's pretty good. I'm not going to argue with that. So I'm thrilled with that. Let's get a weight on it. And then we'll pretty much conclude this video. And while we're setting everything up for the weight, make sure to subscribe if you want a chance to win the budget bow at the end of the year. The next video that we make is where we are going to tell you the details on what you have to do to win that bow. It's going to be really simple, okay? So just stick and stand. Zeroed out. 13.4 pounds. Stick. 4 sticks. Sorry, 4 sticks. The 0.5. Aiders. That's badass. Now, let's weigh the old one. Sticks come off. Get our old system, which is, I mean, noticeably heavier. We'll weigh those in a second. Zeroed out. 17 pounds. So 13.4 and 17. It's a pretty big jump. All right. Especially when you're going, 3-4 miles round trip. I do a lot of in-season scouting. So the old sticks, fully set up, 10 pounds. 10 pounds, 2 ounces. The new sticks, I don't even know if it'll read, honestly. 6 pounds, 6 ounces. So 10.2 versus 6.6. Lone Wolf Custom Gear V2s versus Novics. It's impressive. So we're going to weigh our Lone Wolf stand, our original Lone Wolf stand, the Salt, I believe it is, with the Novix sticks. All right. Big bastard right here. Tuck this up. I don't even know how the hell I'm gonna do this. Sure. 20.8. The new Lone Wolf, 13.2 versus 20.8. It's a pretty big jump. And that's with these sticks. Yep, 20.8 again. So imagine the full length sticks, probably a few pounds heavier. So that's a substantial cut in weight. And now for the saddle people, I've got a cruiser saddle platform. I don't know which one it is. This and these sticks. 15.2. So a saddle platform with mid-level sticks is still heavier than this whole system. And I get a tree stand, more comfortable, all day sits, more versatile. So, I mean, it's probably the lightest entire tree stand system on the market. And that's the 0.5. Now, let's see if we were to throw saddle platform and the sticks together, 11 pounds. So only 2 pounds heavier to run a tree stand. And I use this as a frame, so I have a frame pack to carry everything in. It's gonna feel lighter rather than having everything on my shoulders on the walk-in with this. So that's unbelievable. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Be sure to watch the video next week because you're gonna learn how you can win the budget bow build. So thanks for watching, subscribe, like, love you. We'll see you next week.